Hello again everyone. Welcome to the section 4, the last section of the volume, Getting Started with Hadoop 2.x. I'm Akim Zaman and it's showtime. In this section, we're going to take a look at quite a lot of things. And the first thing is the introduction to the movie dataset provided by the group lens. We're going to look at some kind of data transformation for our algorithm that we're going to create for recommendation. And then we're going to see how we want to store the data into the HDFS, devise a very simple algorithm for recommendation, implement them in Hadoop MapReduce way, and then eventually analyze performance with tweaking different parallelizations. On to the first video, Introduction to the Movie Dataset. In this video, we're going to take a look at the movie dataset provided by the GroupLens org and the format of the different files. Here's a link to the particular dataset homepage and also link to the direct URL of the zip file which contains all the data. This is a free data that we're going to use, and we have also provided this with a particular section. Now if you unzip the dataset, you'll have a number of files there. You'll see the genome scores.csv, the genome tags.csv, links, movies, ratings, tags, and eventually a readme.txt. The readme.txt explains the dataset pretty good, but let's go over them here a bit. Movies.csv and ratings.csv, these are the two files that we're going to use for our basic algorithm. This dataset is actually a scientific dataset, which you can use for further analysis and implementing more machine learning into your data. The movies.csv is a list of the movies. It goes in with the movie ID, the title, and the genres. The genres are pipe separated. Then there's another file which is called the ratings.csv. Now, user ID has been associated by the GroupLens team, and this ID is a random ID, but that is consistent over all the different files. So if you see a user ID 1, you can definitely know all the user ID 1s in different files of this particular archive are the same guy. But this user ID 1 doesn't actually live as a user ID 1 in all the other the movie set or IMDb dataset. The movie ID, on the other hand, is the ID for the particular movie that we have in the movies.csv. And the rating is the user that actually gave the rating with the timestamp when somebody gave that. So these files are very interesting. We can devise a very basic algorithm from here, but we can also complicate stuff. For example, as you have the timestamp, I'm pretty sure there are APIs where you can call when that movie was published. So when did some movie get published and when did somebody give a rating can also give you more insight of how to judge that particular rating. If some movie came out in 2017 and somebody is rating that 9.5 in 2017, that's one of the dimensions of the rating. But consider that a movie has been released in 1985, but in 2017 somebody gave that a 9.5. That means that movie lived over 30 years and still was able to get a 9.5 from a user. So that is much more weighted. So there can be a lot of things that we can do to get a much better and weighted recommendations, but we're going to go for a very basic thing, and I'll leave you guys to imagine for more complicated and awesome algorithms. We just understood what the data are in the movie set, and we're going to move forward with the data transformation.